Hey everyone, welcome to Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I'm Tim Gerling, and Sarah's with me again, and we're doing something we love to do. We're doing a chart rewind episode. Now, this time we're not going back to 1984. We're going back to 1994. So we're going to count down the songs that were the top 100 songs in Canada, according to RPM Magazine, on this date this week in 1994, and so this is kind of interesting for both of us because I remember this because I was working in radio at this point, and I remember getting the RPM. The RPM magazines would come to the radio station, so I remember looking through these and playing a lot of the songs, definitely in the upper half. So a lot of these sound familiar to me that normally wouldn't if I wasn't doing what I was doing.
Mhm.
You remember this for quite a different reason. This was your
Oh, this was my last year of high school,
yeah.
right? So these are my not just formative years, but
You would have been listening to a
a
lot of
lot of
music.
radio.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
so
radio, a lot of much music.
in the car and
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I'll let Sarah start us off. Number 100.
So number 100, "One Night in Heaven" by M People. And do you know, like, I don't
M
know who that
People,
is.
is that who did that song Moving On Up?
Maybe.
Moving on up, nothing can
No,
stop
it's
you.
gonna take me too long to
Not
look
the
it
not the Jeffersons theme, folks. Not that Moving On Up. But
up.
we're just seeing if I'm right about that. Come on now.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
it
are.
is. Okay. So yeah, by this time, and I think this had changed in the last couple of years, since like 91, 92. A lot of dance music on the chart. Like there was a lot of songs that weren't just popular in the clubs anymore. They were
That's
crossing
true.
over to popular radio, so they were charting.
That's very true, actually. Um, oh, that's you.
So at
Mhm.
number 99, a guy who's from the same province we're from, Rock Voisine. He had a big album called "I'll Always Be There." That was a big hit for him. But
I
he had
had it.
he had a lot of singles off that album, and one of them is "Am I Wrong?" This week it's down from 77 to 99.
So I don't remember this particular single.
It's a sort of a very slow piano ballad,
Mm,
if I recall correctly.
okay.
Because I think we played every single he put out. Because I mean, it's
I'm sure we did.
CanCon and it's the
We're
Maritimes,
local.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Number 98, down from 92, John Cicada, "Whipped." And I don't, this is not the one I remember.
This is it was a kind of a risque video, and I remember thinking this
Uh,
is this is a little edgy for John Cicada. But anyway, we'll talk about John Cicada later because there's a very much a story here. Um, at number
for,
97, now this is a song I don't remember hearing, but I guess it was a big hit in the 90s. Um,
okay, but let's
they were
preface
sort of
it
an
by saying
alternative duo, weren't they? It was a guy
I
and a
have no
girl.
idea. Yes, I guess so. But the like this isn't, generally speaking, you don't love a lot of this.
No,
No,
no.
this is more my wheelhouse.
Hmm.
So I am very fond of this song, but I don't know that I knew it at the time. I think that my knowledge of it came later.
So Mazzy Star was the group, and the song's called "Fade Into You," and it's
Hmm.
down to 97 this week. And I see a lot of clips of it now on Instagram, so people have fond memories of it.
Hmm.
It passed me by.
Very sweet, kind of vocal. I don't know how to kind of describe it. Number 96, new on the charts this week. Weezer, "Buddy Holly." That's a
It
classic
was interesting because I
90s.
remember hearing this song like the beginning of the fall. I remember seeing the video on Much Music all the time. So for it just to chart in December seems strange to me. But so now we have another Canadian artist, and I cannot remember if I know this song or not. The artist is Carol Medina. The song's called "Tell Me You Love Me." It's new at 95 this week.
Argentina. Country?
I don't think so. I'm thinking more dance pop. I
Okay.
don't know why. Probably because it's on Quality Records. I don't know.
Well, you would know better than me in this case. Number 94, The Nylons, "Love TKO."
So this is a cover, and I can't for the life of me remember who did this. I think it's from the 70s. The Nylons, of course, a very famous Canadian a cappella group, but I can't remember who did this song originally. It's passed me by. Number 93, I actually do remember playing this song on the radio. This is sort of an R&B type of ballad, The Earth Tones, song's called Move This Night.
Number 92, Down, going at it. So basically, it's getting ready to leave the charts. It had only been on the charts for 8 weeks, correct?
Yeah.
It's Doll Parts, Whole. Of course, I know this quite.
Yeah. 91, I don't know the song. They were kind of at the end of their sort of hit-making run, at least in North America. Roxette, they had an album called Crash Boom Bang, and the song Fireworks is at 91 this week, down from 80.
I don't remember this one at all.
Oh.
I probably would have said that they didn't have songs. It was late, so to speak. Number 90, down from 74 the previous week, Queensryche, I Am I.
Yeah, from the Promised Land album. Of course, I love Queensryche, so I know the song. There aren't a lot of songs on here that are in my wheelhouse. So they were actually one of the few sort of 80s bands that still had a platinum record at this time. And this album, Promised Land, was a platinum album. But of course, they didn't have a song anywhere as big as Silent Lucidity again.
Hard to touch, Silent Lucidity. Oh, this is you.
Yeah, number 89, down from 70. This was an acoustic song from Babyface. When Can I See You?
I think I know how this goes.
When can I see you again?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Number 88, new this week. All Uncovered from The Watchmen.
I don't know that song. I mean, I know
No.
who the Watchmen were. I know they did Boneyard Tree. That's the one that I remember for some reason.
That's not ringing a bell, but I feel like there is something of theirs that I know.
There's alt rock.
Mm-hmm.
Number 87, the band's called Ginger, and the song's called Solid Ground. And I think that Ginger were an offshoot of the band Grapes of Wrath, which is a pretty famous Canadian alternative rock band. Maybe like one member left, so they couldn't call it Grapes of Wrath anymore. I don't know, but I think that's what this is here.
Okay. Number 86.
That is a typo.
What is it?
Well, oh, sorry. I thought that was a band name. Never mind. I have no idea.
One, Smoking the Ghost.
So one would be the group name. Smoking the Ghosts would be the album.
At 54:46.
Yeah, I thought it was a typo. I thought it was supposed to be 54:40.
Oh.
So I was very confused. I have no idea. On Virgin Records.
Okay, well, that's number 86 for the week.
So something that also takes me back when it says EMI comp, like working in radio, we get all these compilations and they would be like 16, 17 songs and they'd be all over the place stylistically. It'd just be whatever was on the label that was new that month or that week or whatever. Number 85, huge hit for Madonna. She was still a going concern with her album Bedtime Stories. And this was the bullfighting video, was it not?
Absolutely. And I think Babyface had a hand in this one.
Oh, maybe. Take a Bow. New this week at number
By that I mean
85. The songwriting?
Songwriting or production. I think so.
Yeah, hang on. Take a Bow. I've always been in love with you.
Yeah, it's that one. And it's lovely. Yeah, he did the backing vocals. Songwriter, yes.
Programming, synthesizer.
So the two of them wrote it together, and yes, he produced it.
Yeah. Kenneth Edmonds, aka Babyface. Yeah. So yeah.
You're welcome.
So yeah.
84. The Simple Things, the Joe Cocker.
Down from 56 in 11 weeks in the chart. So it obviously charted decently, but I don't know this song.
Nor do I.
Have a Little Faith. He must have covered the Have a Little Faith in Me, because a lot of people have covered that. Number 83, I think the band was on their first album. They were a big Canadian alt rock band, Moist, and the title song from their album Silver. It's down 1. What was his name? David Usher.
David Usher.
Yeah. As opposed to Usher.
Yes. Number 82, down from 69 prior week, had been on the charts for 16. I don't know where it would have topped out, but it's Green Day from Dookie. It's Basket Case.
First, I think most people had heard of them.
Yes.
Yeah. It was nice to hear some electric guitars on the radio at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Number 81,
Oh, your favorite.
my favorite, absolutely. I don't know the song though. Our Lady Peace from their first album, Navid and Hope. That's down from 62 to 81.
I don't know that I know it either. Number 80, In Excess, The Strangest Party.
Yeah, subtitle, These Are the Times. This was a new song on their Greatest Hits album. And yeah, I don't think it charted very much higher than that.
I don't know.
I don't know if I know what this song sounds like, but I've certainly heard of it. It's got a fairly unique title. Pearl Jam from their third album, Vitalogy, up to 79 from 87. The song is called Tremor Christ. And I don't know. See, they didn't do videos, or they weren't doing videos. So it's,
At this point in time, they were?
no, they didn't. After the first album, I don't think they did videos for most of the 90s. It was a point they were making. Now, my sister could sing this to you note for note, but I can't.
Number 78, Liz Phair, Supernova.
I don't know if I know the song. I know who she is.
You should.
Yeah. Number 77, I do know this song. Soundgarden from Super Unknown and My Wave, down from 66.
New this week at 76, Sheryl Crow from Tuesday Night Music Club is Strong Enough.
It's a ballad,
Ballads.
yeah.
This is a great album.
And to give you an idea how big she was at this point, number 75, down from 40, although it charted really high. Of course, All I Want to Do, that was her breakthrough kind of song from that album. So yeah, 2 in a row from Sheryl Crow.
74, Tell Me by the Groove Kings.
I want to say this was another Canadian R&B group too, because it kind of rings a bell. Number 73, I kind of forgot about this song, but Steve Perry came out of nowhere with a second solo album in '94. He had a big hit called "You Better Wait," but the song "Young Hearts Forever" was another single. This week it's up from 81 to 73. It's not a great album, but this was one of the better songs on it. It's one of the more up tempo songs.
Okay, so number 72, we've got John Cicada again from Body, Soul, and a Voice. Mental Picture.
Yeah,
I also do not know this
it's
song.
a slow ballad.
Okay.
Yep. Number 71, I remember playing this one quite a bit. Canadian, I think they were a duo, the Wild Strawberries. Bet You Think I'm Lonely. That's down from 55.
They had a song that I knew really well that was a big hit in Canada. I believe I have the CD and I cannot think of the name of the.
We played another song by them back then called Crying Shame, but I don't know if that's.
I know that one too. Number 70.
Yeah.
Love Is All Around by Wet, Wet, Wet from the Four Weddings and a Funeral.
This was a cover of the Trogs song from the 60s. And they were a big group in the UK, I think, but this is the only score they had over in North America. We played this song a lot. Number 69, up from 85, pretty big jump. Inni Kamosi. Here come the hot stepper. Murderer. Na, 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 na.
Number 68, Murder of One, Counting Crows.
I don't know that song. That was their big album, their first album, but
I don't know it either.
So now we got a song that's holding at 67. Don't know it. Of course, Canadian legend Joni Mitchell from an album called Turbulent Indigo, and the song's called How Do You Stop? And I'm going to guess that this song has stopped climbing the charts. It's holding at 67.
Number 66, down from 51. This is its 17th week on the charts. Bare Naked Ladies from maybe
Jane. Yeah. Number 65 is Guns N' Roses with their cover of the Rolling Stones' "Sympathy for the Devil," which from the Empire with the, I don't know what I thought I was going to say, Interview with the Vampire soundtrack. It's up 2, big jump from 90 to 65.
64, down 10 from prior week. 16th week on the charts, Good Enough by Sarah McLachlan. It's from the Fumbling Towards Ecstasy CD, or album, I should say. And I did have this, and it was well loved.
Number 63, The Black Crowes, down 6, with A Conspiracy. This is from their album Amorica, and I don't know how any of the songs go. I do know this was the album cover that was banned, or they had to change because of issues of requiring airbrushing.
I'm gonna have to look this up. Okay. Number 62, Robert Palmer from Honey, Know by Now. I did not know this song. Too.
No, I don't know it either. And Robert Palmer came up with an album, that album, I guess, Honey in '94, and nothing came of it. And the only other thing I know on this, there's two things. He did a cover of a Devo song called "Girl You Want," and I think Nuno Bettencourt had something to do with either the songwriting or maybe he played on the album,
Okay.
but it wasn't successful.
That's too bad.
Another big jump this week, Sass Jordan from her album Rats, and the song is I'm Not. I think it's kind of a ballad if I remember correctly. If you heard a little thump, that was Gordon, one of our cats.
Now on the kitchen table. Number 60, Bob Dylan, Dignity, from the Greatest Hits compilation, Volume 3.
Quite a big jump up from 71. I don't know it.
Oh.
Number 59, down 1. This was a Canadian singer-songwriter. He might even have been a maritime singer-songwriter, if that sounds about right. Lenny Gallant.
I feel like that sounds correct.
And Embers. Don't know this song. I do know some of his songs, but this is not one of them.
No. Number 58, just up 1 from previous week, Sloan from Twice Removed, People of the Sky.
I don't know this song. Twice Removed also had the song Coax Me, which I think we played that one a lot, and that was a better known song, but I don't know how this one goes.
Nor do
Number 57, up from 68. I didn't know Robbie Robertson had an album out in '94, but the song's called Skinwalker. It's up from 68 to 57.
Makes me think the X-Files.
Yeah.
Number 56, up from 65, Storm Warning by Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah, it's a ballad.
Okay.
Number 55, a huge single, down 18 weeks in the chart, down 36. Boys to Men from their second album, I'll Make Love to You.
Is this a number 1?
Oh, I think so. Probably for a few weeks.
Yeah. I probably know all the words. For good or for bad. I won't torture anyone. But. Number 54, up from 61, Rock Goes In, also from I'll Always Be There, She Picked on
Me. That's kind of an up-tempo song, kind of. Number 53, up from 60. Now this, I think, is a cover. I think from an album called Pisces Iscariot, Smashing Pumpkins and Landslide. I'm pretty sure it's a Fleetwood Mac cover.
Seems about right. I'm sure you'd love it. At number 52, Rheostatics from the album Introducing Happiness, Claire.
I do know this song. We played it a lot. They were Canadian. And this song was, I kind of know more about it because my friend Matt had the book Whale Music, and this album was based on that book, as was this song. Number 51, Vanessa Williams and the Sweetest Days.
Sounds like a syrupy.
It's a very syrupy ballad. Now, what I kind of remember about this is that for some reason we got a faulty copy of this CD single, and it was like her lead vocal was buried, and you're only getting it in one channel. So nobody noticed. That's how much we were paying attention. It's a sappy ballad.
Number 50, staying the same. Rhymes with Orange, Toy Train.
I know that group because we played a song from them called "She Forgot to Laugh," which is I kind of liked it if I recall correctly. I don't know this song.
Is it kind of alternative?
Yeah. Okay. At number 49, now this is funny because Much Music played this video a fair bit. I don't know if it's politically correct today. I can't remember much about it, but Tom Jones had this kind of fluke hit, at least in Canada, and this is it, called If I Only Knew. Much Music played this video a lot for like a 2-week period, and here it is at 49 holding. So maybe it wasn't that big a hit, but I remember it for some reason because I laughed so hard at it.
Number 48. It's a big jump from 76. Nothing Behind Us. It's Richard Marx from the album Paid Vacation.
I don't know this song at all, and I'm going to guess that the big jump, that whatever momentum was there. I don't remember playing this song. Yeah. Number 47. Offspring and Self Esteem up 1 to 47. Not exactly a band for pop singles, at least at this point. So 47 is actually
we know it.
Yeah, but I mean 47 is probably admirable for a song that quote unquote heavy.
True. Number 46. Lawrence Gowan from the album But You Can Call Me Larry. Your Stone Walls. I do not know this song.
It's like an acoustic ballad. Number 45, down 10 from the Lion King soundtrack, Sir Elton John, The Circle of Life. Yep.
Number 44, Endless Love, Luther Vandross and Mariah Carey. Yep. That's a cover.
Yep. Number 43, this is kind of cool. This is quasi Led Zeppelin reunion. It was Page and Plant. They did not invite John Paul Jones for some reason, but they did the acoustic album No Quarter, half like Led Zeppelin, and well, maybe not half, but a few new songs. But one that got a lot of airplay was their remake of Gallows Pole from Led Zeppelin 3. That's charted quite high. This week it's taking a tumble from 16 down to 43.
Number 42, Paula Cole from the album Harbinger, I Am So Ordinary. And I don't know where this fits in with her, like, I Don't Want to Wait.
That's like 96, 97.
Okay, so this was earlier.
Yeah. 41, this is a huge jump. I don't know how the song goes, but then again, I'm not a Tragically Hip aficionado, but up from 86 to 41 from Day for Night. The song's called Greasy Jungle. Don't think there was a video, which might account for why I don't recall. And we obviously didn't play it. We played, what was the other one from that album? Nautical Disaster. So I know that one. But yeah, not this one.
Number 40, up from 79, Bang and Blame, R.E.M. from the album Monster.
Number 39, this was a huge song. I remember Much Music played this video all the time, from Pulp Fiction. Urge Overkill, covering Neil Diamond with Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon.
You can almost hear the Neil Diamond too.
Yeah.
That's great. Number 38, up from 44, I'm the Only One, Melissa Etheridge.
That must have been reissued because that came out in fall of 93. That got played all the time.
Yeah.
So it must have been a reissue. Number 37, Holding. Remember this song? There was a Neil Young tribute album that came out called Borrowed Tunes on Sony, and a lot of different artists that were on Sony did songs. And the acoustic duo or trio Hemingway Corner did a version of his song Tell Me Why. That's holding at 37.
36, down from 28, Real World. That dance?
Yeah, they were sort of a pop rock group, and I want to say they were from Halifax. Could be wrong about that, but yeah, they had a few singles that we played. I don't recall how that one goes. They had a song called We All Need. I remember that one, but this one, if I heard it, I'd probably recognize it. 35. Now, this is a song that, like, I was not a big fan of a lot of the grunge type groups, but it's pretty hard to deny Stone Temple Pilots' Interstate Love Song. It's just a good song that I think would have been a great song in any era. That's at 35 this week.
Number 34, up from 42, Moist, Believe Me.
Number 33 from the album The Color of My Love, Celine Dion. Only One Road. Celine. Only One Road, which is a ballad.
I don't know this song. I also don't know this next one. 32 up from 41, Amy Grant and Vince Gill, House of Love. It's a ballady duet.
It's not really a ballad, no.
No? Oh, you know this.
I could sing it, but I won't. Okay. At number 31, I'd kind of forgotten about this song. Bare Naked Ladies, Alternative Girlfriend. It's only up 1 to 31.
Number 30, down from 23, December 1963, Oh What a Night, from the Four Seasons.
I think it was like a dance mix they had done for some reason at that point.
Though.
Okay, now at number 29, this is an artist that we somehow came up in conversation, and otherwise we may never have heard of Joshua Caddison. He's at number 29 this week, up 4 with Picture Postcards from LA. Now, his bigger known song was called Jesse. But
So
do you want to explain this?
I don't even know where to begin. It's like a weird in joke in my family. So my Aunt Cheryl had the CD. I remember it very well. I know mysteriously, I know all the words to this particular song and to Jesse. But we had a little girls trip in September of this year, and I'm the only one that could remember. And so my cousin Jill said she knew all of her mom's CDs inside and out, which she would from that time, and she couldn't recall it. But the minute that I played it for them, we all obviously we knew the chorus,
which is fun when that happens, when you're reminded. It's like
but she said it felt like some sort of surreal something from somebody else's life, that something that she had forgotten about.
Music can be funny that way because
Yes.
yeah, you do hear something and it's like unlocking memories, but
yes, but for whatever reason the door was shut.
Yeah.
On that.
But if you got to think, how many songs does a person hear in the run of a lifetime? That's a lot.
Many.
So
but I still know these lyrics. I still know these songs.
It's fairly distinctive title too, and it's a fairly distinctive name, you know. So
I know.
There you go.
Very taking up storage.
Picture Postcards from LA.
Rachel, she's a waitress.
Yeah.
Down at somebody's bar. Anyway, carry on. Oh, it's me. 28. This is Gin Blossoms from the new Miserable Experience album, Allison Road.
You like this album?
I
right?
do.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Gin
They
Blossoms.
were.
This is my
They
kind of
were
pop.
not exactly. They weren't grunge, and they weren't exactly alternative. They were more. I don't know what you'd.
They kind of had like a sweet spot.
Yeah.
In there.
They had a pop sensibility.
Yes.
Catchy. Number 27 was originally done. Who did this originally? It was a disco hit. Vicky Sue Robinson, I want to say. Not Gloria Gaynor. No, I think I'm right the first time. Anyway, Gloria Estefan remade a disco song, turned the beat around, from the movie The Specialist. Was that a Schwarzenegger movie? No.
No, I'm going to say it was Stallone. Maybe?
Stallone? Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway, that's at number 27 this week.
Number 26, Julie Massey. Is it Mass?
Julie Mass.
Are you sure? No. I guess you
from Quebec.
Okay. One More Moment.
It's a ballad, and I don't know if they're still married now, but she ended up marrying Corey Hart.
Oh.
Number 25, down 1, Bob Seger and C'est La Vie, which is a Chuck Berry cover, which was a new song on his Greatest Hits album.
Number 24, this is 5440, Ocean Pearl.
One of their better known songs, besides I Go Blind, but for different reasons. Number 23, I vaguely remember this. I think it's a rap artist, Lucas, and the song's called Lucas with the Lid Off.
I don't remember that at all. Do you know this one though? Number 22, The Cranberries from No Need to Argue, Zombie. I loved them.
Yeah. Number 21, another song from Day for Night. It's down from 14, Tragically Up. I do know this song, Grace 2.
Number 28, this is a big jump from 38. Once in a Lifetime, Michael Bolton.
Sappy ballad.
Don't know this song.
It's a sappy Michael Bolton ballad is really all you need to know. Number 19, Alan Frew, singer from Glass Tiger, put a solo album out this year, and this is a slower one from it. So Blind. It's up 20 from 39 to 19.
Number 18, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Something's Always Wrong. And I enjoy Toad the Wet Sprocket. You know this.
Number 17 up from 25, the Crash Test Dummies with the title, God shuffled his feet, glanced around.
Wow. You lean back like that to do that.
The people cleared their throats. No?
I don't know. I mean, I have the CD here, but wow. Yeah. Number 16, Janet Jackson from the album Janet. You Want This.
I think this was the last of a long run of singles from this album.
It absolutely was. Yeah. All of them were
fabulous. Number 15, Eric Clapton, and the album was called From the Cradle. I think it was all blues covers, and this is Motherless Child, which I don't know who did it originally, but anyway, somehow it got enough airplay to be at 15 and was down from 11.
This is number 14. I don't remember this being played on the radio at all, but it's Sting from Fields of Gold album, which I
Yeah,
have.
it was this was a new
It's well
song.
loved, but it's When We Dance.
13. This is a song that I recognize the title, but I can't think how it goes. Seal. He had a second album out in '92 called Seal 2, and he's up to 13 with a song called Newborn Friend.
Remember that one. I also don't remember how this song goes. Number 12, and it was number 8, so it was a top 10. Ace of Base from the album The Sign, Living in Danger.
I just remember Living in Danger.
I'm sure I would remember it if I listened to it.
Number 11, they were one of a handful of bands from the classic, rock era that stayed successful into the alternative era. Aerosmith. I mean, they put Get a Grip out in '93, had all those big hit singles and videos off it. They kind of continued that into their best of, which is called Big Ones, and a new song, Blind Man, is up. And I don't think it charted nearly this high in the States, but it's up from 15 to 11 this week.
Did they have a video for that one?
It was a very, very funny, kind of naughty video with it was full of puns. It was absolutely full of puns, and the puns all kind of referred to one thing.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, it did. Pam Anderson has a cameo in it.
I have zero recollection.
It's actually quite funny, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
Number 10, it's Holding, Nirvana from the Unplugged album, About a Girl, which is, I mean, it's Nirvana. I know you don't love, but
I don't. Yeah. Number 9, up 4. This would be a follow-up single from one we talked about earlier, Boys to Men. I'm down, bended knee. There's lots of emoting, very down. Can't remember the words, but
lots of reaching.
Yeah, probably some rain. Anyway, one of your favorites.
Yeah, not. I don't know how this one goes.
I'm on you this naked.
John Mellencamp at number 8. Enough said. For me.
Number 7, this still gets a lot of airplay today from his album Wildflowers, Tom Petty. You don't know how it feels. Yeah.
Number 6, REM. What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Yeah. Did you know the story behind the recording of this?
No.
Their drummer, if you listen to this song, you can hear it slightly slow down. Their drummer, his appendix, like they had to get him to the hospital. So he,
oh my God.
I think I remember that right. I think I read that in Guitar World. Anyway, number 5. Now this song was, of course, an immediate hit in Canada because she's Canadian. But a couple years later, or a year and a half or so later, it started to get a lot of airplay in the States because it was on a TV show, Dawson's Creek. No,
I have no idea.
It was on one of the. What's the one with the parents died? Party of Five.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that one. One of those shows. Anyway, Jan Arden from her album Living Under June and Insensitive, up 1 to number 5.
So my mom had the CD. I know most of the songs off of this, and I do know all the words from Insensitive.
Yeah, and from here on, all the songs are frozen in place. They're all holding.
They are. I see that. Anyway, Insensitive is fabulous. Go. Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Number 4, the Eagles from Hell Freezes Over. Get Over It.
Yeah,
I don't know how this goes.
Oh, it's a fast run. Get over it. And yeah. Hell Freezes Over, of course, it was a reunion album, had 4 new songs on it. One of them was You Really Like It. Love Will Keep Us Alive. Yeah. So this was the first single, and I think they wanted to come out of the gates with something rocking, so they didn't get the,
makes sense,
play it on the AC and the country charts only. But anyway, Hell Freezes Over was, of course, that was the running gag. Oh, we'll get together when hell freezes over. And they've been taking the money in ever since, I think. Number 3, I don't remember this song charting as high. It's a ballad, and Mick Jagger's not the best ballad singer, but Rolling Stones came out with Voodoo Lounge that year. Love Is Strong was a big hit from that album, but Out of Tears is holding at 3 this week, and I had no idea it charted that high.
Number 2, Madonna from Bedtime Stories, Secret.
And for the second week at number 1, from the album Crossroad, the best of Bon Jovi. One of the new songs on the album, Always, is the number one song this week. This was begrudgingly, I thought, well, it makes sense. They're going to put a ballad on a greatest hits album, but then every single they put out felt like it was a ballad almost. So anyway, so
It did, and I was really kind of over it at that point in time.
it's still was a big song. I think it went to number 4 in the States. So, whatever. Again, like Aerosmith, they survived into this era. In my opinion, it came at a cost. But anyway, that's that. That's the top 100 songs this week, 30 years ago, 1994. Music had changed an awful lot, and
Would continue to change.
But this is what was popular in Canada. So, what songs on here do you remember? Are there any that you'd never heard of? Let us know in the comments. I know people tend to enjoy these, and we like doing them too. And we're going to continue to do more into the new year. Now that we've calendar flips over to 2025, we'll be looking at 1985, 1995, maybe 75. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Tim's Vinyl Confession. See y'all later.